Entamukwa emimbire aba Christina Palamineni 0845 ekashita kuno mulabaso wenu mulabaso wa Christian Nation FM mulabaso pepla kwa chalo cha Zambia pa 106.5 FM endisa ndesubira palikana kashita lolela mkwai ndefu mwambiro kulolela na kale mkwai tuelombo bwerero hapa kwamba programu mkucheru wako lero mkwai yara mfika mkashita akanono.
Good morning. Mwauka buti, mwauka bwanji, mwashibukeni, mwapunduku. We are one with God, for we were created in the likeness of Him. This is the truth. A person who teaches this truth is called a master. A person who lives this truth is called blessed. Therefore, blessed be. Welcome to Rise and Shine, a program that comes your way every Friday morning only on 106.5 FM. All teaching is remembering, because all memories are recaptured. Dine with Jeff Chanda, Chibesa Munguluwe, and Reverend Father Laston Robert Lupupa SJ on Christian Nation FM. Like and join our Facebook page, Christian Nation FM 106.5. Christian Nation FM, praying for the nation.
Entamkwai mwema kombea mfumuka nshinga mwa wakashana wasoberani shimkwai tuatendeka na programu ishaiwa mina Rise and Shine ninkwate shuko liya kusengera Washifoma Studios Washifwe mwa bukashana
twashibuka fabino ba Jeff mwaise ni kabiri mwashibukene
entamkwai ninkwata na bamayo fira batira twende babirite mwenso bamayo ba Chibesa Munguluwe Chibesa ba the princess, the only princess. Mwabukashani.
Nashuka ba Jeff mwashukashani kabiri bashifu mwashukeni na bakumfa
bose. Kamkwai twatotera bachibesa.
Entamkwai bashifu kwa turapitisha utuma twisira kone pepo.
Wishnera kwa tata na mwana na mtakatifu. Amalumbo kulima mwelesa mwabatupera kona kabiri muno bushuku wakuba pamula basa wa Christian Nation FM. Na bonsabele tukonka pa Facebook twamtotela pantu imwe ile mwatubusha nishmwalando kutira nali kutemwa nali mtemwa mlefwa tukonka nyepo kuba na experience yako wa muri kino cyalo umomba twayisa mukutandala mukusanga obusuma wa bulesa wenu ile mwapangire cyalo fyonse mwatire cyawama mwapanga omuntu mwasosa no kuti cyawamisha kanshirikeni na wino program iwamishe isokolo lebulesa isokolo lobusuma bwenu muleke bakonfwa konsoko bali bakobale tumfuira na bena basangemo obusuma bwakuba muri bumuntu ikitwalomba kumakaya kwa Yesu Kristo emfumu Yesu amen
amen
Krishna kwa tata na mwana na mtakatifu amen
entamkwai bashifure onatwato mto kankare chine ifyo tuinga sala ifintu ifisuma mubomi bwesu nangula ifyo tuinga panga ma choices ayasuma mubomi bwesu mtu weli ashwale lo tule landapo trefa mtu ndole ichakubalira pofenga bati ifyo tuinga sala ifintu mubomi bwesu ifisuma nishibalo shamwesa
mkwae ba Jeff mumpere kona ka volume shida yumfu hapa nono mkwae na yumfu nono mkwae ile tulela ndapa kusala nango making choices tulela ndokutila chira muntu alipelwa insambo atemwa freedom ya kupanga choice ukuba omuntu kupanga ma choices elio nobody should choose for you, you should make free choices elio tulela ndapali choice tufire twaishiba kutira free will ubuntu ngwa wawo kampingu ebole satupera ichakutira no mwinderesa tafuwa kuchita interfere muli freedom atupela omwine bantu kubaine kukwata iliensa mbuna ngula iturera ndati free will yakubaine elwekire mpusanya ine na ba Isaac ine na ba nani ba Kibesa ine na ba Jeff nicho kyokutira omusango ndesaliramu efintu naye mubwapusana ero nshinga fwayo kutira ba Jeff mule ekitefinto fyona atemwa elio mweba nensu mweba kwata na mayanda nelio mwaba umo as husband and wife
ndesura bashifu yachwa neli pusho ya kukomba
na chimona tumwalavo kunjibusha nelio couple they are one but each one will still have that freedom of will, freedom ya kusalefya aletemwa. Ero freedom twala isanga mo manifestation of the five senses emkutira the taste of food is my choice. Nobody should impose inena temwe nama panopanga na twakulaliye nama. Inensha temwa ma oranges. I don't want to see an orange in this. Edonga mwa konka buno medically speaking, biologically speaking, mukasanga okutira bali abantu twababa pusana blood group kwali blood group A, B na O na shanidia B+. So I am a blood group yala yana nefya kulia. So limbimu liba O tamwate mulaliye nama so mulefu ati bonse balaliye nama. No, it's very different. But when you are vegetarian and you can't impose it on another person. So that is a freedom of choice. And when it comes to what we are going to have next year as Zambians, we are going to choose our political leaders. Again, each individual should have that freedom to choose which one they want, they think is credible to be their member of parliament to represent me, or a political leader in the office of the president to be my president. So this is my choice, and which political party do I want? So ukusala kwa wafye through and through. Elion dipamsebo, I make a choice, which road should I use? Moto kaya isaya iminina mlefu taxi, again you make a choice, which one should I get into? And in a lifetime ba Jeff Kulaba crucial time pamwa nakashina mulumendo, when they have to choose a life partner. So tukalao fiano mbali ine tukashana tuluku studio. They have to make a choice, and never should the parent say no, iwe twala kusalira. Na kaleri ine lida bale basalira ko. Kwale ba agreement umwana ale sumino kutira this is the choice of my parents. You respected your parents. But nobody should choose the taste. Nobody should choose the smell. Nobody should choose your sound. Nobody should be there to impose their touch on you. You simply have to exercise your right to be who you are. That is how I can explain the topic of today, making choices and informed choices. I'm going to explain later on how we can make an informed choice. Pantu muntu ngeteshi vechu alesala elwa chisala nishite usalile nishimwamu bepa fyobofi
bashifwe mwanjubusha nefale chitika kunuma iyo mkwaida chuwa ngeswa ma ipusho nsimuleni mule chitaridi bashifwe so chishwene lipusho nala ipusha pantu kunuma ukwale bati yo mwana wabachibesa kanshu yu mulumendo akaya upila muli mulumendo kala kulusaka limbye kala kumbi why bale chitafilia since mwalanda tinga bakusalira nishi bakubepa why akale bale salira
echo bale salira kale pantu abakale bale panga efena na chiranda pakula kesho kutira ilo turesala tufiro kuishibe echo turesala so abafyashi ebale ishibirako umwana wabo. So they were the ones who were informed about a life partner, meaning that they took time to study the family. Echo bale salirako tabale sala fyo mukashana bale sala olupwa lulia ulo mukashana alefu mako nango olupwa lulio ulo mulumendo alefu mako. And they were very very serious. Pantu bali shibeno kutela mulia mulupwa bali katana mula mulupwa balomfwana mula mulupwa tamwa bamalwele ya bushiru nangu vimbi fya pusana so fide fya rere ngokutira nga bakusalirako ninshina abakuyishiba n'abakwishibirako ichinga kulinga so nangu tewo pangire choice now because the choice for you has been well informed, therefore we can say that this is my choice on behalf of my parents. Firafine tubula omwana baby nga chakutira afuira okulya fyakulya apa musalira kuba fyashi bali shibokutira ama eggs, it's very good, carpenter is very good, if yakusashira limbi mwana, it's not the taste at that time, but the parents know better what the child should eat. So ukusalirako kuli bali abeshibe ngefifine twakwata ba MP munganda amafunde abatulandirako, and we assume that they know better what is on the ground kuti baya tuchitarako represent my ideas nango ama choices. Yes, vaisa tuchita interview kutira umfueni irinde yakunganda amafunde tukalala ndapalifi, what do you think tetibonse tuyere ingira munani mu National Assembly no kombo kuchita debate, no. So we have a representative who is speaking on our behalf, and should there be any misunderstanding or not getting clear, again ba area MP futi babwekera constituency yabo nokuyalanshanya umfueno ko twaire ko mwantumene tatwaika tene pali umland. What is your position? Abantu balanda from the ward level until to the family level, so everyone has a representation. So these choices, it is a matrix, it is a complicated and a complex thing which we can do. So the government is making choices on our behalf. For Zambia, when they are trying to borrow money, they will never ask us, but they know that this is for the Zambians. We are investing in the infrastructure, so they borrow on our behalf, and they know this is very good. Ishtakukalaba vaccines yaleisa, we are not going to be consulted, but they are experts whom we trust so much. Kwati vale bula, if it is very safe for us children. But so we can talk about ngefemwa pushaba Jeff Bushikuti bakusalirako. Mostly a personal choice is what you should enjoy. Balepo bale kusalirako ufire nayo ine wachita trust bale kusalirako. Aba fyashinge bale nsalirako, well and good, I should trust my parents that if bale nsalirako, it is the best. It is my interest, it's not their interest, it's the interest of the family. Kanshine bale salaba fyashibandi fyakungwamina tetinda nchite suspect that no bamayochi bampere chakunjipaya, no. That is why it is a contradiction kusasanga tumu vyasha lelo wabana bakwe kuti wafyala futi waipaya nakadia yo emkwaye
bachibesa limira mkwateri pshore yakwipisha bashifwe pamtwalero tulanda
omutwalero ba Jeff kankalanga nshi lero tinatemwa kofe bashifwe bakomaila pona mukulolekesho kwe bati ino ishita tufikirepo tuli mukusala mu chaka cha 2021 ushebuka nkala nshubuli popa mongo umwikashi wa muno chalo cha Zambia ukuchita take part mukuchita register as a voter
kusenda call by take part
emkwa.
So ukusenda call bali, you see, one vote is very important. It can be the 50 plus 1.
Yeah.
Okay, it is very decisive, and you see, ejo bampere nsambo bakupere nsambo kutira senda call bali ero wakano kusenda call bali. Anything that will come as a result of the one who is going to be voted in, you also are part of that or those consequences, and you should never even complain to say no, this government, this. Why? Because you never took part. Your vote could have made a difference. Ero balependa ma vote bapenda one by one. They don't count everything together. They count one by one. And basa sango kutira 291. That 91 is me. Watch pangaka 1. Nangu abantu bachirianda tukudi 99%. In the 1%, there were few who chose the other side. So it is a right for every Zambian, every citizen to take part in an election. Why? Because we are determining our future. We want leaders who understand us, who understand the nation, leaders who are there for everybody, not just leaders who can be sectorial, aba temwafyo lubali lumo tabalifuayo kusendako bambi nango aba ama leaders abalana ndokutirano inenga mwamvota bonse balaba kamvotera nkesaleta ichitukuko kumwesufye balaba na tatu akabafuirishe tukabamona tukabepa ya, when you see a divisive leader, you cannot choose such a leader. So how do we change government? How do we sustain the current government? Is through going through the ballot. If we love the current government, then we are going to choose them. If we think they have failed us and we can try another government, again, it is up to us. The power is in the hand of every Zambian to make that choice.
Okay. Bashifu wetu ramona nshitaimo makamaka kufitente muma small Christian community. Kula wokusala according bali kwa tenda lama tibabani ba treasure. Nishitula ibe pafilia. Tete basali omuntu ushikwete filifyonse. Bena batira awe abatetu mubabikepo. Tabakwete echuma. Bafa batinga balanda tiyo chentu sonke. Ebale yambilirano kusala. Bali abantu timu abakoselesha shani. Aba sara intonguroshi shamuli yomusango.
So before my election ninanguko ero takulabo kusala kulaba campaign. Muri campaign ni opportunity yaba liyo tulesa la pakutira tuishi bwino uyo tulesa la bushe chachine na kwatama qualities ya kusalwa utateka kutatungulura. Nomba bambi muchifo chakutira babomfye yaliyama qualities nangu intelligence nangu qualification profession babomfye olupia. Emutira balechita influence the outcome of an election as a result of buying the electorate. That is the worst kind of going for an election. If we are choosing somebody because ala tuafuirisha alikuwa tendalaman nangu chipuba sorry to use that word emutira muntu ushakwata mano takwata omutima nomba kumulandufe wakutira ala tupera olupia ala anwensha nishitapali okusala chimono n'omulumendo n'omukashana balefu okwingira mu chupo watemo oyo mukashi omulumendo pantu ala kusendako out pantu ala kushitira ala kuchita sponsor but mu mutima wabe nawe shokutira tetitwikale nabwaba
telebo mfya kufya olupia
lupia fye nomba bishekera kikaba chupo bajefu lolupia lolukesa bongo sokero tabakabepo national love tapakabe pantu ichishinte cha chupo chite mwiko na my elections yene tufiro okutemwa uli otulesala okumutemwa kumulandu wa fyo ale imini nako okumutemwa kumulandu wa tutire political party ile isamo imini ne kuli fire fintu fire chita represent ifwe bonse pali inonshita kuba nesku America oko baba bika mo fitungu fibiri ama political party there is either a Democrat or a Republican and their approach to life is totally different. So sometimes Americans they just say no, we are tired of the Democrats, let's usher in number ama Republican. Everybody Republicans, they are conservatives taba bamufya ma gay rights and so forth, but very religious. And they choose, they say no, whoever is standing on that ticket, whether is a clever or is not clever, they say no, we want to change a political party. So Zambians, perhaps we have never reached that stage if we're to konkafye umuntu pamenso without even knowing what they stand for as nani political party ifeire iminirako the manifesto emkwai. So mwae pusha bantu bushema alishwa manifesto yaba ba Green Party. Ba Green Party chabalefo kwiminirako ko ati tukambe okudi marijuana because there is a lot of money and we can be economically empowered. Now the government of the day has gone that way. So it means that political party cannot stand. Okay? ba FDD limbi bayiminina kwefi nga twalolesha efyo bale leta kutira no pali no nchita Zambia needs that kind of a manifesto. This is what we are looking for. Nishukusala kwesu, it is manifesto based than on the leader based. You see, these leaders, they are temporal. Today they are there, tomorrow they are not there. We ushered in the PF government because of Michael Chilufya-Sata. Because, people just got convinced there was a window of change. So Twalasala nani, Twalasaloy. And 3 years later, Michael was not there. And somebody had to take over. So ukusala kube broad and people should be informed. Sometimes it is an advantage to choose somebody with the money. Sometimes it is even more disadvantageous because limbulole fo uwakwatolupia akabomfya nani skill yakwe ukukwatisha olupia. And then we should find out balaba pina nabo limbi nombe muchifro chakutira bakaleteka before yokufuma bupina bwabo. So we have to see the personality, whether this person is just after themselves to develop themselves or they want to develop the nation and every Zambia.
Natotera mkwai washifu. Lero ndefwasa nokushita focus pari voter registration. Bushe chinshi chilengo kwebati imisepera limbi not fine misepera n'abakulu bene bamo bera kita take part mu kusala abakuteke cyaro.
So ichidede ngokutira abantu be senda call bali ni fifine turando kati ni information. Okay? Bachibesa inshitayala kumana le sale pala mufwire mwa salapo kuba mchupo atemwa yo nomba we mwine ufuye ule moneka sokutira tachiri mumano taolanda po taba kumana po na boyfriend nga mulumendo taba kumana po na girlfriend nomba we ero abantu bambokula kupushinga iwe uko palira uko palira. At the end of the day, wakesa kutwika because bamana tinshitaire. Okay? So people are concerned about all of us taking part in an election, and it is one of those things that we should be proud of, that I have an opportunity to make a choice. There are nations where, bali monarchy tabasala tabakwata nani imfumu shesu munani tatusale imfumu. It's a lifetime ngayisa po whether mwalite mwana ngutamu muteme noyu elio. It is royal blood, loyal blood. Nishingani royal royal tuwabanga wajevu. So royal blood ilia tete mwiye mwingiremo. Abene badi salwa kale okuchafu mine. So it is from generation to generation that there are no elections. And then but they have a council that helps the chief to lead, and that is very good. Our politics, divorced themselves from the traditional ways of doing things, so that we can be more inclusive, and that's why we called it democracy, so that the majority can choose their political leader at the level of the state, at the level of the nation. And the political leader, they are also helped by the traditional leaders who are on the ground, especially in the rural areas. And so it is a very big machinery whereby muntu afiru kuchita understand the mechanism of chibombe chintu ichi. Ngale muno kutira amaka yonsa akakwata executive powers to legislate, to sign documents on his own, then he is not a political leader. You have to know that when I am ushered into an office, I'm not just going to be a leader for Zambia. They will choose you also at SADC level, that Zambia is its turn now to govern, to take the SADC region to another level. And also at African Union, there are these communities where people are working together. So you are not just a leader from your your area, you're a leader for all of us. And that is the quality number one, ero tulesala omuntu afuire okuba inclusive. And it starts by Jeff vivine tulepere ekirangiriro kuba fyashi na kumayanda. Omukashana omfuire okumukita test bushoyo omuntu kuti ansongira ko balupwa. Bushali bawe welcoming. So liloko mukita introduce kuba fyashi bobe before kuba fyashi wamukita introduce kuma siblings to your sisters. And the way they are going to click Nama sisters your wife this is the right choice. Nombanga abaposhafye amba nokuvaloresha kutira fine nkashifya bwevi waishi bata uyu wafyo abantu bakaleta ndala. Okay, so it's the same. We can look at it at the national level, at the international level. If you as an African you don't believe that you need to cooperate with the Americans, with the white, the other races, then you have a problem. The day you will become a leader, you will chase all the Chinese, you will chase all the Lebanese, you become a disgrace. And we know that this world is a global community. Look at what happened to our friends in Zimbabwe. It is very clear what happened. They chased all the white farmers. And then that is how the global community imposed sanctions on them. Up to today, Zimbabweans have really suffered. The government has changed. Of Robert Mugabe is gone, but they are still suffering. So a leader should be broad, afurokulolesha beyond his local community, and we have to test them.
Okay. Bashifwe mwaranda pakusala tulefo natumona kwali ba mabola beti kwali hati yo eri timu lika wina efo tuinga kitana pakusala nangula kutwa tontonkanya bwino kutinga twasala uyu muntu akatwafuirisha natumona efle kitika aba nenso aba kita bola beti na shine bana awe apa eri timu likapita editali yakapita ushona okusala efo tuinga kitana nangula kutwa tontonkanya bwino nokumona kutinga twasala uyu muntu twamubika pampando akatwafuirisha. Mwapela chilangiriro kisuma sana. Iliyo abantu bale kubola bet nangu jackpot. The center teba liyobo lesala center kuwina ndala mashise mu account. Okay, so ule isalira kofie. You are the one who is a beneficiary. When we are choosing, and this is a very good example that you have given, Jeff. When we are choosing a leader, we should never think about ourselves as beneficiaries. We should think about the nation as a beneficiary. So uyo tulesala te wesu fie ifwe ba kumwabo. Tulesala ule imini nako ichalo chonse. And we should look at those qualities. And these political leaders should be given that opportunity to embrace everybody. Because sometimes we ourselves, we create a certain notion about a leader. No mwinambo kula umfokutira okay ababa bantu bandiaba. These are my people. No, we should remove that. And just like the good example always is the family life and the national life. These two are models. A family is a nation, and what is happening in the family is what is happening at the national level. So if the father is going to segregate to say it's the boy child, imamwe bakashana mlelanda banyinenwe as a father you have to embrace your daughters and your sons, and don't say no ine natema of your firstborn ine natema of akaka changera ka yakuskulu iwe tawa kwa tamano, you are not my child. No, you embrace. And sometimes God gives us a disability to a lesser fear, disability weak, and God can give us a child. Today I was looking at a clip from Uganda. This boy who was born who looks like a monkey, and he doesn't want to live in a community. He's always in the forest. He runs. He's now 21. At from of mafia abavyasha tibale kwataba and about 6 bale pitira ukusalomba kuliresa tumweresa nangu fechire maine mukampere ne chachi no mwana okusavyalwa amoneka kwati nikolwe na mano yabukolwe tefuwa yokwikala na abantu elo ngabu tukate tibamwekate
banyina benda n'entambo lyonse ffe kumuposera entambo ero bamukoba ero bamuwesha. So now as a parent you're supposed to know that God can give you the children, a girl child, God will give you the boys, God will give you sometimes a physically challenged child. Those are your children. You're supposed to embrace them. And we have to look into the leader to say, we show you muntu, and let's embrace abali bonse. And a good example again, if iturera nda kupere chirangiriro kuba fyashi muchupo, tetinte mwefye balupwa lwandi. Again, that is a problem. Eneba lupwa bandi nga bayisa nishi ninsanse efya kulya panganda. Ero balupwa bamunandi nga bayisa nishi tapali peace. No, I heard somebody was saying, you know, kusasanga aba fyashi baba kashibabo nokuya baba kashikumbali. I don't want to see this man ngana bwela shirefamba sangepo. You should tell him to go. Now what kind of a husband are you who is only relating to your wife but you don't want the family? So what kind of a leader would say, I don't want northerners here, I don't want southerners here, we cannot take development to the east, we're not going, we have nothing to do with the westerners or from the people from the central? We don't want to see such qualities in any leader. We want a leader that accepts others. And how are we going to know that this leader is like that? You see, politics are very clear. So we have what they call strongholds. So ngamaliko tama strongholds, if tukamishi bati you are all embracing, imwe mu stronghold yenu muite kwa neno abakulya kwati, come test yourselves in our stronghold. And we are going to support you for campaigns so that, you know, people can make choices. Not mwachita prevent yaba neno kutira you cannot come here. Here it is 100%. Then that is not a fair and genuine and a clear election. If people cannot step in a particular place, then that election has failed already. And the leaders, the ones who are on top, they are the ones who are supposed to tell their followers, can you accept others to come into our stronghold? So that we show them that we are one. And if that is not happening, then we know there is something wrong with this leader. Eliofye waka pita fi waka pita. Fweva wakulia kulubali ni shituwaikatile chingo kwa kaba. Bakambo kula tubutausha, waka tutamfya na mchalo. Pandu wakala ndokutila tamwa tusalide. Aba tusalide ni aba. So we have to make these choices based on that generosity. Ngefinende panga ichirangiro wa Jeff. Umukashana na umono kutila tate mwa wabrulu bobe. Okufuma fyo mu courtship tafua yokulanda kuna bandu meshobe lyonse bankashobe kudandaula. No, your sister said this. Bujero mukopa, no, you think she will change? She will be trouble.
Okay. Enta mkawewa konferensu kanshina imwe tumwasenda kwa kashita no kutumalami hapa 0960248915 tachumala malami ambira kali okulira ero mkwatu atufati tupele bashifu kashita pano no mpaka tubalondololo mtuweli ashwalero na muwe kutumatumalamia kutumatumalamia waono kutila maka chilimba mwabweshako mpaka tutwalansanya wino katumone abakubalirapo. Hello.
Alo wajefu mwashibuka chani
mama eva nakamanga mulishani
ala ndivyo wino wajefu ndiyo kudari fensi mposhepo chileta wabuka chani
Bwino mwashibukeni mayo.
Mwashibukeni
twashibuka wanakamanga mwabuka shani
aho ni mvuka pe bwino bashibwe ndi kukafiwe ndishira kuchira pasede kaze niwe swali tushaka kwale kabale omairo.
Okay, kafiwe irefika
kuka fofa katisha nicho ndipa papa no nini paka churu ndikana ka radio pamuhu oni unfe ndazira kaze kuka fofa ya tona ndio vina twa wino ka
wino
tona tindande fona ile washifwe
andeni
ifina cha kusala washo kuti ifina abana munganda nangu wasadile chikwembi tutura kuchechi wasala ngati ina wala fala iwe nini wamfesalira bwino eta mumutima sabati mama yokuti wasalide chira yetu utamula kuchechi naya nakapimpinya uchechi mula ba tabukula dabati mwana wa banaze muli lufa afweni tawishibe nokujwa mama na bachipe uta umusalira pe itisoma itawo then if you ku my election bashifana that ifila my election ngaya isati bana kamanga malaika la bacheya jamaa shipeke nokipeleka malaika la bacheya babulungu trakana abakitalecheya nalanda pulunshine bantu bansalira chenjishibe kuti wakana washifeta kwalesa ti bantu kwalesa tabakana nakuti wabatungulula shani chachifaika wasala umuntu wakati mose mwamutemwa alaitungulula femwe efatinjesha ishakutungulula fingiyo ashikwe ndekele kwa wanangi ndikukafiwe
twatotera mabana kamanga lesa mpale
chisu mamkwai nateklana
twatasha
thank you, good day, bye bye.
Abonkwai ebabalira profend ndesula olefo ekyo ekirambo bana kamanga
I think to fit to got a prize the caller of the year.
Bena balatea. Katumone bashikuru ba Dominic. Hello.
Hello, mabombe ndamashuke mkwa.
Enta mkwa babuka shani bena bafyashi.
Father Pupa shani bafyashi.
Twashuka fe bweno le sale mpala wa Dominic.
Natasha. Nde kushako nishita ya kuingira kuya mkusala. No makuna yepushako. Kuli have abale nino kuya mukusalwa kalivukateka kuli abantu abalanda amashu yavipa kunse ya chalo kulanda shavipa katika kino chao cha Zambia bushero bakesa salwa mashu insha asuma bakesa landa pali kino chalo bantu balanda amashu yavipa pali kino chalo atasamka
twatotera shukuru ba Dominic abashifu endesubira luli kwatilibushu.
So, insta tufire twapela intungulushi okuchita apologize ngefefine mwalanda lili yabale chitama campaign mwabe pusha iwe walanda efi wishena nomba efyo walanda efyo wiminineko pantu futurefo okukusala okay mu courtship abantu balapusana kulaba limbo chwa mwene kutira ifira wakalipe wasanto banolupi ushetu kalate banama pina ngutwa upana. No, I'm very sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I stand apologize. Limbi alikalifye bankashiyobe ichintu cha kutirana. No mbali ne bankashiyobe leno kutirana. No, ulo mukashana tatule mfaya. No, reconcile. So people should be given an opportunity. No mbanga akana kutirana. No. Inefanala nishala ndile mwaji kutiro yaka tushupo yo. The question kumubika po. I cannot marry this girl. Why? Because she's very stubborn. So we have to give people an opportunity to mend, to clean their mess. Omuntu ngafulwa kuti achite chintu ichiri chonse. Elo bambi kukana ishiba. Omuntu wakutira yalela nda pali ine no ishiba kutira ine kafwa wakwe. Nebo wanko akwe. Elo hayambo kulala nde fintu fya pusana no banko tapa bafyo baba. Elo nasa onfwa. Iwe fyo wala ndire but nali rufyanya apango achita apologize mairo banko ndefu akwenda lama ngambo kulanda kutira no walimbifya kale na ali sta apologize so for ningalanda pali beli pusho ba Dominic mkwai
totera shukuru ba Dominic ndesubira ali pusho ba suka ba shifo wino akashita kafika wino pa 0924 0960248915 number imini 0777760811.
Hello Mwashukeni. Hello Mwashukeni.
Mwashukeni mkwai.
Mkwai ishina noko mletu tumina mkwai.
Kasi ni musonda kumatero.
Mkwai ba musonda kutumwa konka nyapo.
Mkwai wafadari pupa Mwashukeni.
Na abuka febweno wa Justin.
Abuka febweno tatu.
Mkwai.
Awana mpawelo na sana nda konesho wileno na mpawelo na kakurwa.
Lesa pale mkwai.
Yeah. Pada kumada ndesa sini aromaya ndana pasta maldo ba kobi ba ndire pwati. Abantu bamu kuti mamusala linda tarefa nebo nazi nebo doctor but misango shako na karia ya kutea tiabu doctor tiabu nazi. Mochina ba president beso ba fight ba kateka ba tungurisa. Masango muntu ngisa bakiranga tai misango shako shaka na kwenda kuti nikateka batare foko bakateka namba katungurisa nyikare tawa tazama.
Mkwai.
Pastor na Father pupa na foko randa kusudi. Ndibona ali mirotele but nsami mona polo ndakaviruku ni mona.
Totela ba msonda mulefo kuba mona
Mkwai.
ati mulefo kuba mona
Sina tema kumona kuna limurotele te mchiroto na limwene pokina tema kumona kusipa butuntu.
Na pa Facebook
pa Facebook opo bali apa bali moneka ba moneni
Ponya ndino no tsaka taya
totela ba Justin West enta mkwai yabo ni bashikuru ba Justin ndio soira bachira sansha pofi tapaliri chapo bali salote bashifure otaba mumona mulefo kumumona
twaloto chama
Ngomba efo ndi hello Mwashukeni
Mwino mwaka bwanji wachiweza na majefu
Taukacha
wajunza.
Nwino towabuka mukashani bafadha
na ukabwino mwaka bwanji
Chawakabwino dadia Nyamikira mao yachilimbiswa na mwatipasa shuwa kwa vota mwene ni laiti yako ofunika tewa sanka noti kudandaula hii president anela ikapo seni mufuna ilise bwino naine na vote ninatenga vota skadi ninachoma palai ninachitogona ninachitogona kusho ground ninaenda round 22 hours ipaka 03 natenga na tia hii nikavote ne mwine noti nikapeske nikaziblema hii government sisebenza nikusanka ne mwine leader bwino
yes
twatotela mwapwisha
twapwisha tiamika mulungu adarise station yatu
ziko mu bajunza enta mkwai abo bachiba ni bajunza kufuma kulia kuchunga twatotele chine bakusalomula basawe no wa Christian Nation FM natkwata ba Mrs Muma.
Hello maoba na muma Mwashukeni
mkwai
mkwai twashibuka bashibuka shani
awe twavuka kebwino Mwashukeni ba Jefu Mwashukeni ba Shifwe
mkwai nene liwe landa
twatotela mkwai
nashuka na ine mkwai
natotela mkwai bashifwe kwena ndefana nde na ine kwena chine mukusala okumuletweba isotukire okusala ine ndefana ndipele example palwangi kana tulongana na bana mayo tulela ndefe abana mayo tuleikuselesha balasi ne balesa mukunjeba abati bana muma ni mwala pepa na pepa chinshi bansalira chibana muma ni mwala pepa chintu ekibamwene mukati ichaba mukati kabumi bwanje echo bansalira kwe bati bana mumai mwe pepeni namba we muntu abantu bali kumona fye ifintu ifyalubana nekyolelanda ifyalubana bushokuti bakusala kwe bati iwatu chitireti bala itini na fyabene songo lefu kwe bati bakusala we muntu itetefye kabiri ishibe fyakulanda n'abantu banobi abantu tabashupa abantu bena ityolifye nekyo wayikumika ku bantu abantu bakesa kusala ke bwino kyeta bakokola n'okokola bantu lesa amona mukati kamutima naifwe bene kaina tupalamina nomba kuri Kristo natumono kwebati awe bajefu abana abalingo kwebati tubabike pali kichikulo bakesa tutungulula bwino nomba we mwine niwe olefo yuponeshe pepanshi we mwine tabakutali abantu bala itini na byo kutali abantu na bena bamwenso kwe batwaisa afwa nga twaisa chitepi itamutango so isenite fwe bene intungulu shonse ishalembe shokwe batituke sala chitambe byo kuitecheta mukati kavumisha abo necho bayikala na balupwa lwabo bantu balupwa lwabo na bena balesa balalanda talo uyu muntu mwe bantu ala muntu ifata twaba kweneto bayikala okona balupwa lwabo so nga balikala na balupwa lwabo busuma nga basunga balupwa lwabo busuma nawe necho balefwaya yala bake mupeti na bena natotera mkwai
twatasha mkwai
yamkwai
desura na bena mkwai tapaliri pusho ba sansha pofie ba maibana muma twatotele chine ifo fine mkwai tulipa program ya Rise and Shine mkwai twelanda kumono kusala ekintu ekyo tulefwa ekya kumutima kumyesu katumone bamawe ba Juliet.
Hello Mwashukeni
mkwai
mkwai bashibuka shani
mkwai bakaza Mwashukeni
nabuka febwino mabuka shani mafyashi
hello tule kutika ba Juliet twalirene hello oh sorry for that mkwai kutuma tutumira na kabiri namba niyo ine ba Juliet kufuma kwa Ibex pakuti mupwishe mkwai matontonkanyo enu mwachifo ku tweba katumone abakonka po ba Joshua. Hello.
Hello.
Mlishani?
Ifewino bashani mko.
Tulifewino mkwai. Bale tumina kwisa. Hello.
Hello.
Usaka we.
Okay, landeni wa Joshua tumfu.
Walisho mshuka.
Twabuka mabuka shan mkwe. Mkwe.
Ashifuere kweli kucho.
Mkwe.
Ngefire ata umuri ndana abo bakakwanisha mumei zo bakakwanisha mai 18 years. So tabeshive nangu uteko bulipofo bwa bomba nangu ba president balitabo abakemine fo ba bomba kini kwatensa mbuya kubeba kwantu ne umwene sire tikani neho ni kwatensa mbusha kubeba ko batikubotero waso
Twatotera ba Joshua baraswa bashifu.
yali kushoria
Twatasha mukwai. Entaba ko bashifu ndesura bale piribula kubasalira abana. Bushira bakwatensa mbuya kubasalira.
Mkwai ilo lipusho likankala sana. Kali abantu nga bafirwa okusala balela ndati piki na piki doli. Ilo chasa pone napo nisho basala. So okusala kulanda ama options. Okay, so mwalando kutira mona ba UPND ngefinde tulanda ma manifesto. Ba UPND if you be nako nifi ba PFO if you be nako nifi. That is the purpose of campaigns. Then finally umwine asa panga choice kulingana nefyo ndengo mfamu mutima nabo mwatantika. I think I'll go for this one. Okay, if yakuliyanga mwa bamipera mwa ku restaurant mwali ba menu elufya pusana ngata umfuikishe waitana ni ulia waiter kutira ngefimu fimoneka shani ero bala fikopa na ma picture ero walolesha we mwine walisha batinko ko ine shaitemwa ndefu akwefya para masabi ocean basket ifoko tu ya fwebengi. Okay, ndefu a pizza ndefu anandos eko haya kola kwene ero busheni fu chicken ni hafu nangule fotuma wings. So baliaba bafuire bakwafuirisha ero mko kwafuirisha nishitabale panga choice. Finally you have to own your choice. So the problem what we have now currently is this: the Zambians are not given an opportunity to make an informed choice. Why? One, because we don't parade our political leaders to speak to us. Bafuire bakwata equal opportunity to be heard so that twabe pushame pusho. Tutire basa chita apia pa ZNBC panani pa TV. And the people call. And this should be a routine. Ngefifi ne lyonse balelanda nomba monofo twaba wafya twakwata baliaba ba mu power nishaba nabo tabali mu power anywhere. No, that should be, that is a contradiction. If you are in power, you also prepare others to take over because nobody is there permanently. So what it means is that the PF is there in the government and they should give equal opportunity for others to use the public media, for instance. They should never be this polarized way that the non-public media is on the side of the opposition. The public media is, no, it shouldn't be like that. And if we have denied others an opportunity to be heard, then our choice is not informed. Ngefine wachilando kuchiro muntu wa ile kunse adela ndefi bimchalo. Perhaps it is a representation of the newspaper, perhaps tala andile. And then when you question them, imamuli mpower, what more are you going to do? What do you have to give again? People are informed, okay, and that is what is going to make a choice. A choice should be informed. Where there is no information, there is no choice. It is an imposition. And so gavine de pere chirangiriro walikota ma girlfriends batatu ero yutale kwebe chishingo kutidali de ku UTH bali mufunyamo nani alikweta ma fibroids takwebere eriyo yumbi takwebere kutida ni orphan but ale kubepo bufi And why do you want to rush into a marriage before you know all these truths? The other guy is telling you that he's single and yet he's married. And then you come to a point where you get married. So the people should tell us if we are to sponsor Niava for our elections. We don't want a situation where people get into power and they sell the whole nation to those who have sponsored them. And an election is a very costly adventure. So all these things should be plain and people should ask questions. Those of you who are in power, where are you getting the money from? And those of you who are coming, where are you getting the money from? And then individuals also, all those things should be tabled and be cleared so that when we come to choose, we choose with a conviction. Ndesaloyo, it's not because it comes from where I come from. Tulemusala bantu you eule iminako ifefwa ikapalinda kai for Zambia. MMD came into power because people wanted Kaunda out. It's not because they wanted perhaps Chiruba. They just wanted Kaunda out. So elections, sometimes it's not a choice of a political leader. Sometimes an election is to get rid of what you don't want. Okay, the Americans have chosen, not perhaps they wanted Joe Biden, but because they didn't want Trump. So they have chosen Biden because he's a lesser evil, as people put it. Okay, so those are the complications and the interesting part of an election.
Okay, but Juliet, ndio pale kana kushita mwafika kutumwalanda mkwai.
Mkwai program nayo wa masano twandefo kulanda popita kwebaki. Ukusala kwaliwo kukankala sana. Temulando ole sala nangu tapitile nangu napito wasalanga napita nishu iliyobelia onfuika. Wasalanga tapitile nisha at least nawesha na ulanda. Ukuchiro kwikala setondolo kulati fyawe ifuta tuvota ero efintu nga fyaluvana wambo kuirishanya tubuteko yo tabule bomba tabule kitashani efide kibemba kitiro omufuliro omubi mubulakanwa na totera mkwai babombe mbumwa
twasambirira kwe kibemba ekyo
omufuliro mubulakanwa
kibesa
omufuliro omubi mubulakanwa ero ba Jeff tulondisha pepa balandaba niba Juliet okay chimwe chikankala kuntungulishishire for kwiminina. We have to ask them, bushenga tamupitire, what have you prepared? How can you prepare your people to accept defeat? Muna ni mu football, people ngamlei pushapa Palmer Street, Zambia is going to play this team. What can you predict? Nobody predicts a lose. Bonse tulandokutira 2-1 ni draw ni takuwa boka landokute tukalusa you never find one. But the coach also should prepare the team. We have to win, but we can lose also. And what do we put in place for losing? Now in Africa and in the whole world, people are not prepared to lose. It's just like we are never prepared to die. Nobody knows about death except the funeral parlors who are waiting also for customers who are not ready to die. Kumiretera fechitumbi chapa mwabika imamo aliwa ready, but abantu balaba leisa kulia, they are never ready. You see, this is very crucial in an election, to tell our people that it is a 50-50. You should never go to contest with 101% certitude. But the Americans, we saw it. I have to win. We are winning. Now, if that mindset is that, then you are not giving people a choice, because people are going to make a choice and one has to lose. And those who are going to lose should concede immediately to say, not to lose, Sabane. And you congratulate Uliowa winner and pledge we are going to work with the government. Mm-hmm. You see, something that Mwanawasa did was even to appoint ministers from the opposition. And, it shouldn't be a forcing matter. Mm-hmm. Zambia comes first. It's not the political parties. The political parties, the economy comes first. And all of us should be worried about the food on the table. And the government can never put food on the table. It is ourselves to put food on the table. The government is there to give us good policies, to deliver and to represent us outside the world. If we have wrong people there and we are the right people, things will move. But if we are wrong people and with the right people, things will never move. So we are looking to ourselves for answers of everyday life. If we are very lazy as a civil service, lyonse mwikalafe mu office muleberenga mu newspaper n'okulayambana, even if the president changes, if that attitude continues, pensioners will never be paid. Tukakwata matogets indalama tatwakeshiweko shireya and so many other things. They'll continue happening. Why? Because the people themselves have got this negative attitude of serving the great nation. The government is bigger than the head of the state. The head of state will come and go, but the machinery will come. Pilot kuti aingiramo achinja. In fact, nganindeke tetimwisho nokushibati na tuchinja kuru. It flies the same way because the procedures of flying a plane are standard. They are not dependent on whether the pilot is a new one or an old one. No, you just have to do it. And we have to reach that stage where it will not matter who comes into State House. Why? Because we have a very strong structure called the government. And the government should come up with the business plan for every province so that we don't attribute development to a political leader. No, development is a government project. It should never be with a political party. A political party should come with policies that will enhance what is already there as a budget. Cook akepika using his skills, but move deep freezer mufiremu abenkoko mufiremu abanashani. The taste should never totally dependent on the cook. It should be in the menu, so that even if you fire the cook today, inama ni inama bwali tanka chinjo kutira nomba formula bwali bukala likwana nama boko ya tatu pakuli ya bwino. No, it should never be like that.
Bashifwe ndesubira twashala fina matoni ya tatu ndesubira kashitatu apero kachepa bachibesa ndesubira mashuya kulekelesha bashifwe baratwisalira kunepepo
kwainde twalafya matotelo kuli bonsa wabachibana ifwe okufuma feno potwa chambira Rise and Shine program yesu. Last week twakwete repeat uli mulungu wafumile ko twalireka bakonfa yesu bena baisa no twalanshanya kotumo leona tukwate shuko ili akusangwa na bashifwe, so twatasha sana bakutupela ko nshite yakwisa sangwa na ifwe mkwai
twatotela amashua fyaranda bashifwe na ina umfabwino fya kupekanya abantu wakwete mutima wakwete na bashikuru ba chirufya sata ngabaisa alusawala ndatabane mwechitolu buli chentwambe bwino kanshi mkwai ndesubira awe mashuwa yachikoselesho kumakuri bashifwe utenga twalusa mkwai mubora mkwai mwa draw wini na lose. So if into fitatu efe bamupola kanshi mkwai ngachawati mwalusa chabu mwaeba abantu beno twipanga olubuli tyentu bapere tubatungirire pakuti tuishibe futwalachita bashifwe amashuwa yakulegelesha kabiri mtu isaile kone pepo
mkwai. So okusala kuli kube na Zambia mwebali muchipani mwebale teka na mwebale fwaya kwisa teka bonse choice ili kuli ifwe ta ili kuli imwe kanshi ipekanyeni ukuteka atemwa ukwisa ateka mu 2025 kashinga mu 2026. So umwina Zambia onse aisonsombe aipushe ushen kasalanani. That one is your right, that one is your freedom. Nobody should force you. Nobody balefo kumilipira balefo kumipera kufumofimo lieni fiefilieni nomba. It should never influence your choice. That one is a God-given. It is a mandate that comes from heaven that you make a choice. And so twamikumbirwa amapalo mwebe na Zambia tukesa konkanyapo muli program makamaka tukesa landa po palo akupekanya how to lose mujudo bala pekanya abantu how to fall, so that lilole pona tawibikire po mutuwe pa kupona. You have to know how to fall comfortably so that you rise. And people should learn how to fail. They should prepare how to fail so that you prepare to recite your exam. And the structure should be there comfortably for those who have lost so that they can go to another level. And they should never be looked at with shame. Kanshi fyo tulefu kusana ndapo Mulungu leisa ngalesa apala. Na tusalike kuishinala kwa Tata na Mwana na Mwoyo Mtakatifu. Amen. Amalumbo n'okutotera kuli mumweresa mwe batupera amano yakusosa na kampinguwa kukutika. The Kenfionse futwalanda fibe fya kutwafuirisha fya kwafuirisha umwikala chalo onse fyo mwina Zambia. Lekeni ntungulu shisheswe shomule tupera na shushine shibe ishairuka ukuyishibo kutira ichalo chesu chaba pantanshi political party yalesa n'okuya kutiyaya Eliote kubabuka itemwe lero ukutemwa umwina Zambia fyonse ukubika kofie na balaba isa mukutwafuirisha nokwikala na ifu muri kino cyalo pele ni ukutemwa kuntungulu shesu ishiripo palinda kai okukira ba president wesu ba Edgar Chagwalungu bapele ni ukutemwa mutima wabo bapele ni ukusumina no kuyishibo kukira Zambia ikalamba bonse ba government ba PF na bonse ba opposition bapele ni ukutemwa mutima yabo na bena basubire no kusumi no kutira upela nilesa kupitira muri ba electorate lekeni ba isize dimirimo yonse yobale bomba ibe iya mufuma 10 ya kulengo kutira bonse balembesha bali no kulembesha ukube uku kana kwatuma mafisa kanwa na fimbi fyashala ichitwalomba no kutotera mwana wenu Yesu Kristo mfumu Yesu. Amen.
Amen.
Kuishina kwa Tata na Mwana na Mwoyo Mtakatifu. Amen.
Enta mkwai bashifu wetu mtotire chine bakusenda kashita no kwisalo ndolo ile chalo hamashiwa ya Kankala.
Amen.
Bachibesa atila tafilia wenda pano pene potwashila kwiminina ko bachibesa mungurube pali wa mashini bacho bashikuru ba Isaac Nsomokera ni muntu Jeff Chanda tuetila.
Bye
Shalom,
bye.
shalom.
That was Rise and Shine with Jeff Chanda and Reverend Father Laston Robert Lubupa SJ. Join us next week on Friday on 106.5 FM. Christian Nation FM, praying for the nation.
On Christian Radio 106.5 FM. Pray for all nations.
This is Zambia.
This is Christian Nation FM Radio.
Utwengelela tulalomba menda kukwabilwa utwengelela tulalomba utwengelela tulalomba menda kukwabilwa utwengelela tulalomba utwengelela tulalomba menda kukwabilwa